These are the readers that we use with Charlie. This is from Abeka. So I ordered these used, and they're designed to go systematically through all the phonics that she learns. So they include word ladders. So you practice with the child, you do sat, bat, hat. They go through these, and then they see the word in print and in cursive, and then they read the story. As they get further along, it gets more and more complex, and they start adding comprehension questions, little poems, things like that. You can see back here, they're asking them to bubble in answers and more in detail about the text. And then this is a first grade level, so that was book 1. By the end of this series, there's a reason I chose grade 1. Grade 1 starts with very, very simple, The Fat Rat. That's perfect for a kindergartner. You can go through this and take your time, and they can learn it. By the end of grade 1, this is the reader. So and obviously we're nowhere near this. We're only in the second book right now, which is called Tiptoes. It's probably with her like daily work, but it's not terribly different from this, you can see. So she's like in the second book now, so she can do little more passages like this, which would be very similar to like a step 1 or I can read level 1. The ones that we do the most right now are Harry and the Lady Next Door, Griswold, love this one. Here's Tiptoes. This is her Abeka reader that she's doing. Anything Pete the Cat, because he's hilarious. Owl at Home. This is by Arnold LaBelle. It's the same writer who did Frog and Toad. Let's see what else we got. Splat the Cat. Each one of these includes a phonics pattern. So if you can try to grab one that has a long vowel or a diphthong, these are going to be more complex, but they repeat the pattern enough that it's a very valuable tool. We got some nonfiction. This includes like pictures from Walt Disney World and stuff to give her some nonfiction vocabulary. A Ranger Rick level 1. Pete the Kitty. Another copy of Arnold LaBelle because he's amazing. Handbook for Reading. This was another Abeka book. PJ Masks, Ready to Read. These are not... This is by Hasbro. These are not necessarily decodable. They have some really interesting patterns. They're very short words, but they do include some very strange... I should have listened. That's not a word that normally that you'd be asking a beginning reader to do. So I have a big problem. The Ready to Read series is not phonetic, and it's not systematic. Step Into Reading is a little bit better, but it still has the same problem. A Princess is Caring. Neither one of those are early reader patterns. This would be more like a level 2 book. But we keep them in there, because the I Can Read tends to be the best. Most of it is phonetic. I am helping Dad. Well, help is a sight word. Oops, the mower got away. Sorry, Dad, I say. This is a little bit better. There's still once in a while you'll come across a word. Hammer, they're going to need assistance with that, but it's still phonetic. They can just say, hammer. They're going to be able to read that. And there's very few like diphthongs and advanced patterns. A couple more Ready to Read. Daniel Tiger, Olivia, Ready to Read. Again, these are not level 1 books, but when they get further along, you can actually teach them, the complex ones like walkie talkie, but you would actually break it down. You would hide and say wall. Well, we don't say walk, we say walk. Say walk. Okay, walk, talk. We don't say talk, but we say talk. Talk E. So you're going to break that down for them because it's not accurate. And these all say level 1. This is not appropriate for a total beginning reader. But we include them and we periodically pull them out because she likes to have something different to read. Daniel Tiger. A couple more Daniel Tiger. The Ready to Read series also has some really good nonfiction stuff across America. This is really great for just discussion. So we do, once in a while, we pull these out, but I don't expect her to be able to decode them. What else do we have for level 1? Chicken on a Brim, haven't even read this one with her yet. Biscuit Goes Camping, haven't even read it with her yet. We save some of them, because some she likes to do a couple times over and over. The Fire Cat, this is a pretty lengthy book. I need to bring that one out again. A lot of Pete the Cat back here. And now we're starting to get into level 2s. Far and away the best ones that we have, because now we're up to like 50. The Little Bears. The Little Bear books are one of the very first I Can Read books that were ever in print. They, it is cold. See the snow. They're going to be able to decode this. This is not really complicated for a beginning reader. It's not unreasonable to be able to ask them for that. And they're gonna get tired when you start getting to pages like this. So we always include snacks. There's always candies or chips or crackers. When they get through a page like this, you give them something to munch on, something that they enjoy. It's gonna relax them. It's gonna release dopamine and get them to have a normal breathing pattern, because when we're reading, we're not breathing normally. You're focusing on getting the words out and the page, and we tend to run out of breath and we're tense, when we're starting to read. But they are just absolutely adorable books. They're illustrated really well, and by the time you get like 4 or 5 of these, this is a couple hundred hours of instruction to really get through them and have them be able to read it fluently back to you. So if you do only one thing, I would say to pick up all the Little Bear books or a set of Abeka readers used. The Abeka readers are going to be about $60 used. So it's about $10 a book. These are significantly less. You can get these for about $2 a book used. And sometimes $1, 50 cents at the library, thrift store, things like that. And I always buy multiple copies of these. I have an extra box set, and I give away copies of Little Bear books and Owl at Home to my clients because they're just so good. They're so good. So I hope that helps.